Video discussion 13, research in your profession. The profession I hope to achieve is certified welding inspector, and that requires a lot of research. There are many measurements that you just have to know, many codes you have to read, welding procedure sheets. That's typically how a welder determines what they need to do, what measurements they need to meet, what the parameters are. So even just in regular welding, you have to be able to read that. Defect detection, defect scaling, to know whether this defect is, if it ruins the weld, or if it's okay, it's enough. Visual, destructive, and non-destructive testing, all important aspects. And even some form of metallurgy you need to have an understanding of and should research in order to be a certified welding inspector, a CWI. The scrutiny most welds go under in order to certify is of an unbelievable scale sometimes, and this requires an understanding of many codes, varying in the slightest sometimes. Some of this research will be conducted in the field, because that's the only way you can understand it sometimes, because welding's a very in the hand type thing. Like, you can't just read about it and understand it. But mostly reading WPSs and codes while you're off the job, from varying establishments like the American Society of Engineers, American Welding Society, many more, are keeping the pocket versions of their codes handy, I guess, on the job, which many people do anyways, because you can't just remember all of it. There's so many different codes. And the research also involves testing what the books say, trying different amperage ranges on certain metals, certain thicknesses, different electrodes, and so on, finding out if the research proves true to your machine, because that's typically the difference. Performing this research is crucial to the career of a CWI, because that's basically what they do, is research in order to find out what parameters you need to meet, and if you met them when you performed. It's being a professional welding geek. Someone who can recite the codes, or at least have an eye for gauging whether a weld will pass or not. Without research, there is no CWI.